I was like trying to decide and debate as to whether or not I should keep the red lights or if I should just switch to like white LED lights, and red LED lights are my favorite. Actually blue too, but white is just amazing because it reminds me of the moon and the moonlight, and so that's why I like white LEDs. Welcome back to my channel. In this video we spent to just chill out, I guess. I don't know. Okay, can I talk to you guys about something really personal? Okay, here we go. Okay, essentially, I, as a human being, am a very honest person, and so like when I ask for water and they give me like a fountain cup, I always get water. And then for the past like hour I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, why didn't I just get soda? I want soda. Like I never drink soda, but like I want it. I'm craving it because I can't have it. What is that with me? Why are we like that? I feel like I can't have it, right? Because I don't own soda. Like I don't keep soda in my house, number one. Number two, I left the pizza place. So like I wish, I got some soda. And what is the cost of like lying like that? Like that's like, by the way, I'm not trying to make a statement that I'm a good person, because I'm not. Thank you. Or that well, I mean, I don't know, I guess I am, but like I'm saying, I'm not trying to gas myself up in terms of my morality. I'm just making a point in that, like, why did I not choose to get soda? I'm stuck with boring water, and like all I want is a Sprite. Anyway, this is the stuff I battle myself with. Should I give you guys a braces update? This is just meant to be a vlog, okay? Literally, I'm like obsessed with like just sitting down and casually vlogging. I hate when I pressure myself into thinking that I can't do that. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I should be able to sit down and film on whatever microwave I want to film on in terms of quality. But yeah, let's just catch up. All right, let's just catch up. So first of all, I put on this outfit and I realized I looked like Drake. Why do I resemble Drake? I didn't mean to do this. It's just the thigh high or like the knee high socks ruin it though, thankfully. But I look like Drake from the waist up. I don't know how that happened. He doesn't have these though. That's just me. I have hoops so that I can hang clothes from my earrings in case I ever get bored of what I'm wearing. I'm joking. I'm not joking. No, yeah, but this is such a Drake fit, isn't it? And the gold chain, please. I never wear gold chains in my life. I don't think I've ever worn a gold chain in my life. And then with the black, like, this is new. This is my favorite jacket in the world. So obviously I'm wearing it at home because it's kind of cold, because I'm an idiot and I left the AC on. Do you guys do that? Do you like leave the AC on when you leave your house? Because when I walk in, I was like, wow, I don't even need to like put my groceries in the fridge. I can just leave them out. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about what's been on my mind recently and like what I've been going through and thinking and like all that, okay? So I'm currently at a place in my life where I'm growing up, okay? Oh my god. And I can feel that I'm growing up, okay? In that things are changing for me, like every day, like really quickly, like every day. And also I'm going through like a transformation, but that's like personal, but like I guess I just told you. Yeah, you get those when you're on the path, if you will. It's like very intense and like it's like not ideal. Not everyone can handle it, let's just put it that way, because it's not fun or anything that has ever really been talked about from my experience. I haven't seen this spiritual journey, I guess, so to speak, be like commercialized anywhere. It's only like fake like romance and shit that's like really commercialized and like romanticized. That's fine, that's cool, but like I don't consume that, you know what I mean? Like I also wish there was like a documentary, or well, I guess there are a few, but highlighting the like depths of a person's spiritual awakening, because it's really, I guess we could talk about that. It's really jarring, like on so many levels, simply because like you're changing as a person. Like okay, how do I explain this? the soul, oh my gosh, are we really going there? I feel like if people don't understand what I'm saying, they should really try to make an effort to understand. If they don't want to, that's fine. But my content is very niche, you know what I mean? Like, my videos are not, I don't think, like, comprehensible to, like, the average individual. So if you're on my channel, you're not average. Thank you so much. So yeah, so essentially, like, the spiritual journey is one where you're changing all the time. And it's because the soul, like I was saying, it's because the soul is coming back to itself. And so it's not like the outside world is affecting you. You are affecting things from the inside out, you see. So your body changes, the way you think changes, your personality changes, your experience as a result of your changes, your experience also change. You see what I'm saying? Because the way that you are affects how you experience life, because it's all based off of perception, right? And like, you are pure consciousness at who you are. You're pure consciousness, and so you as consciousness project outward, and that projection, like a mirror, bounces off the universe, or like the creative juice, I guess, and it creates your reality, your experienceable reality. It creates the moments of your day. It creates like the confines of your body, because you live in here, right? You're not this, you live inside of it, right? So in a way, it's like a cage, and that's why, you know, self-expression is the best thing in the world, so you can come out of that cage, and so your soul can come out and embody embody a divine state on earth, so you don't feel stuck, you know. That's why society and like the common propaganda circulated throughout society is complete bullshit, because because essentially everyone's trying to tell you who you are, everyone's trying to tell you how to be, and that's not up to them. And so I think unlearning is the best, it's like the best medicine. Every kid in schools, like in preschools, should be prescribed sequences of how to unlearn certain things. Like, hey, guess what? Welcome to Earth. You're gonna be told that you are gonna be judged by the color of your skin. Here's why that's wrong. You know, like, I feel like kids should at least be, or maybe not so much emphasizing certain issues like that, because it draws attention to the issue, but more so molding them as being able to come back to their souls in this lifetime, these little kids, you know? Like, that would be so important. That is so important, and that would be so integral to the way that the world and humanity changes and grows and flourishes over time, you know? That's why I'm trying to reform schools like globally, because no system, there's no government funded public education system that is helpful. I said it, baby. I said it. There is no public governmental education system that is actually conducive, helpful to one's own personal evolution, which is like the most important thing. That's why you're here on Earth. That's why you're a human being, and you're not like a crocodile or some shit like in like a swamp or something, you know? That's why you're a human with a being. All right, so like, we should get really, as a human race, excited about that. We should get really grateful about that, because there's so much to be grateful for as being a human being, you know? And so I tell this to everyone that may be suffering with depression or suicide. Just remember this. I'm sorry, was I supposed to? Trigger warning. There you go. Thank you. Trigger warning. Because I was once that kid, you know? And if someone had told me this, that, hey, Seema, this is the purpose of life. This is why you're here, to self-discover, to come back to the truth of who you are, the truth of all things, capital T, universal truth, to come back to the self, which is actually the same self within others, right? Which is God's seed, right? Which is creation. Like, if someone had sat me down and told me this and explained it to me in a very descriptive, illustrative way, I don't think I would have been depressed for like 10 years, you know? And many other kids wouldn't be, many other kids wouldn't be either if we just took the time to sit down with them and coach them and guide them and tell them what's up, you know what I mean? Tell them what's going on. Like, no one knows what's going on. Literally on earth, no one knows what's going on except for, I'd say, those who are interested in the path of self-realization or already on the path of self-realization, right? So, and this path is the path of self-realization. Like, it's, like I said, it's, everyone can do it. Not everyone will do it because not everyone has an interest in doing it. What they fail to know, though, is that by doing it, you become free from all worries, anxieties, pain, like even physical pain, because you can transcend these things, right? You realize the truth of birth and death, too. You realize why you're here. This stuff is priceless. This knowledge is priceless, you know, and so it is. And so, like, you know, that in and of itself, like, would wake people up, would wake the youth up, would wake kids up to being like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm not going to, like, pay attention to things that may actually harm the self. You know, I'm not going to partake in self-harm, right? There's so many forms of self-harm: scintillating thoughts, association that could be harmful to you, habits, you know, there's so many forms of self-harm. Mindsets, you know, even victim mindset, even like those who suffer abuse and trauma. I'm talking to you, baby. I'm one of you, but like, I've survived, you know, I don't think that I've been through it anymore. That's not how I feel about it. My perspective, you know, is different, right? I'm talking to you guys. Like, you don't have to associate, or you don't have to identify yourself as a victim. You don't have to identify yourself as being a experiencer of such a terrible, like no, it's not terrible because we don't want to dramatize it. You see what I'm saying? It's what happened. Like, that's how Abraham Hicks does a much better job than I'm doing at describing this phenomenon. But essentially, Abraham Hicks has this quote where she says, if you ever feel off kilter about something, or like really like something terrible happened, you don't know how to deal with it, you're like, you don't have stability, you don't have mental stability or emotional equilibrium, Abraham Hicks says, say this quote. I wrote it down in my phone. Nothing that serious is going on here, you know? Nothing that serious is going on here, you know? And it takes you out of the situation and it allows you to see it from a bird's eye perspective. And that's really important, because when you're going through tough shit in life, it can get so bad to the point where like you won't know how to come back from that, you know? You won't know how to get through it. You won't know if you'll even get through it. You won't know what it is. You'll be so confused by even what it is, right? Like, I'm talking to you guys, people who have survived like terrible, well, see, we don't want to say that word, you know, people who have survived like tough shit, honestly. That's easy for me, okay? Let me swear. Then like, you don't have to keep going back to it. You don't have to remember it over and over again. Like, let's say something happened to you that was like a split moment thing, and it was like, like Kim Kardashian's story. I'm just referencing her because like I recently like saw that again. Her story about how she was like in Paris, you know, like that is really difficult. Like, that is really hard for someone to deal with, you know, anybody. And if I were to talk to her about it, I would tell her, like, don't look at the situation the way you think it happened. You know, it's not a movie, but it could be, and you can write the script to it. So, you can, Kim, I would say, Miss Kardashian, you can rewrite it as like you were in the right place at the right time for that experience to happen to you, so that you could learn that materialism isn't everything, so that you could learn to prioritize your safety and the safety of your children and your family, no matter how famous you are, right? Like, I would tell her these things, but I would also tell her, when you heard that door open, like, I would tell her this, when you heard that door open and you heard them come into the hotel, you know, you got to see your subconscious mind like firsthand. Like, what flashed in your mind? You know, was it your kids? Like, what was it? Like, with that experience, you know more of yourself now. You know more of who you are now, number one. But also, number two, you know of your power and of your strength. You had so much will so as to still remain here after that day, so as to still be happy and healthy even today after that day. That day was the biggest blessing in disguise that you could ever potentially receive. It was a deep experience, and you don't have to say that it was a negative experience or a positive experience. It was just an experience. Everything in life is just an experience. Do you know how many times the soul has gone from body to body? This is not our first rodeo at all. There's no big deal. Even if you do, you know, like, eventually, because we all will, because we're pretending like we'll be around forever, but we won't, you know. Eventually, when you do pass from this place, you'll see how, well, okay, let's not say that. Eventually, when you do go, none of this positive, negative stuff would even be a thing. Like, it wouldn't even, like, be relevant to you, to your soul. It wouldn't even be, like, a traumatic, dramatic thing. Like, you'll forget it. You will forget it. You will. Because when you're, after this life, when you're in another body, you don't remember what happened before. Don't worry. So many other bad things have happened to you in your previous, like, incarnations, guys. You know? And, like, you're still here in a different form, but, like, and you're fine because your memory's wiped. The the cosmos is very amazing. You know, we haven't been shown yet anything. Like, you haven't seen anything yet. You know what I mean? It's very calculated. Everything happens in perfect accordance and via perfect vibration and magnetism and likeness, sameness, and in perfect timing. And with perfect execution, right? I was gonna say exhibition. Life is a play, baby. Exhibition is correct. You know, so there's nothing wrong, like, ever. Like, even if you go through, like, really bad issues or, like, painful stuff in your life, things that, you know, like, you've been through it before, like, really, like, you've been through it before. Like, we're just acting out the remnants of our past karma here. That's it. The 3D just takes some time to catch up to whatever is happening energetically. And then it does catch up, and we call that action reaction. We call that karmic effect, you know? So, like, that's really cool because there's nothing wrong ever. Like Esther Hicks says, there is nothing serious going on here. And what is serious is the infinite, is the beauty of you, is the beauty of who you are, is the beauty of your soul in its own ray of distribution from infinite source. That uniqueness, that sunshine, you know, that aura, that ray of light is what I'm trying to say. Aura, sunshine. I'm talking about, like, imagine, you know, God as the most beautiful being, and, like, even one glimmer of, like, his piece of jewelry can light up, like, worlds, you know? And that's you. You're that glimmer. Like, people are so unaware of who they are in their connection to God, to source. They are that connection. They are a fragment of God, a part and parcel of God. So it's best to remember that, because when we forget that, then we lose, because we forgot that we write the script. That's why my mentor Esther Hicks also says, choose thoughts that feel good. Use your imagination. Get into it. You're not anything other than pure innocence. You're a child. No matter what, you are a child. No matter what bad thing you've done in your life, you think, or what has happened to you that is bad, you're a child. And you deserve care and protection and love. And you deserve to recognize your innocence. You deserve to recognize that you're a child. And like, this is why this is forgiveness. You know, it's also why forgiveness is so important, because none of us are different. None of us are different. We pretend we think that we're different because we have our ego and our Instagram account and our like bank statement. We're not different. We're not different. You know, we all love and want to be loved, and that's it. That's it. And we all are sentimental and moody and complex, and that's it, you know. So yeah. Let's see, anything else I'd like to impart before I dip on out of here? I'm trying to tink, baby. I still wish I got Sprite. I'm a little bit low-key mad about that, but we ain't finna say nothing more about that, because I actually am gonna get a little bit upset. No, it's literally just water. But okay, you know what? I encourage people to sip on things when they watch me, because I want you to stay hydrated. Also, should we play some Drake to like commemorate this fit right now? No, I can't, because I'll get copyrighted. Just kidding. It's not like I care about that anyway. Literally, my entire YouTube channel is like other people's songs, because I do covers and stuff and like all that, you know. So like, that's cool. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Love you very much. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Just remember that you're all amazing, and you deserve everything that you feel like you could cultivate in this life. And you are so loved, and you are so protected. Your life is protected. You're meant to be here. You're meant to do amazing things, and you are an addition to everyone in your life. And you are in addition to the world overall. And don't be afraid to be yourself, to share your gifts, to be weird, to be different, baby, to be interesting, to garner knowledge, because knowledge is very powerful. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to question, okay, I'm just going on, but like to question yourself as well, in the name of self growth and, you know, self progress and what have you. And like, every experience is for you. Okay, love you. I'll talk to you in my next video. Peace.